name is Matt Coffey. I own the company called Coffey Group. We're a marketing firm in New Jersey. I have an office in Clifton, one in Richfield Park, and one out in Long Island. And Bob, thanks for letting me speak up here. I appreciate it. And hopefully I can give you guys some insights onto what we've been doing with marketing. We've been working with Bob for a couple of years now. And we're building a website for the organization here. And I was just thinking to myself, I drove up from Atlantic City today, and has anybody been to the Rebel yet? One?
We went bankrupt.
Apparently nobody's been there. They're bankrupt.
Yeah, right.
Chapter 11 today.
Yeah, how did they hide $1 billion? Right? I don't know, I lost it. You bet
It's a positive thing.
What type of technology would you say?
You can see that on there?
Brand new.
It's almost like it's a wonder of the world, right? You walk in there, you're like, what in the world is going on? And I think about the technology that's going on, even with you guys, about how do you market, how do you approach your customers properly these days. So raise your hands. Who is connected with someone on Facebook that they haven't talked to in 10 years? 20 years? 5 years?
What's Facebook?
That's right. So, most, if you're not familiar with Facebook or you haven't used it, about an hour or two a day are what most people spend on it. Maybe not you folks, but the average American spends about 1.5 hours on Facebook a day. Average American. 80% of the people who do searches on Google will search for something or someone before they make a purchase decision. Before they make the decision. So they're looking online, they're comparing prices. So all this technology, and then how do you use it the best way for your marketing? And so that's sort of what we do as a company, and we help plan that strategy to get people's heads around where they should put their efforts. And it's sometimes it's social media, sometimes it's Facebook, sometimes it's SEO or search engine optimization, sometimes paid ads. Sometimes we help them with a telemarketing campaign that gets more customers to them. So there's a lot of things that you can do to kind of think about where you want to try and put your strategies. But one of the things that I think challenges most people is just starting with their website about what they should do for their website. How do you get somebody who now is at your website to convert to a phone call, or a form that fills out on your website, or an email, or something. So a lot of the things that we do with most customers when we speak with them is to try and get an idea of what their business does and to provide content to get people to get over the fence, which is to make a phone call or to convert to an eyeball that converts to a phone call. So when you think about your website, think about what you'd like to see that you would like to tell your customer. Because really what happens is that a lot of people are missing just really good content on their site that talks about their service. Bob's got a video right on his website, first page, and it's great. He talks about what the business is, how long they've been in business. Just these simple things that get people to now engage with you and get them beyond the first page and not click the back button on their browser. So another thing to consider is that everybody has a smartphone. Everybody has an iPad. Well, not everybody, but a majority of the population has a smartphone. The majority of the population is now becoming this tablet-centric environment. So you want to think about how to market on those devices as well when you think about your marketing strategy. I had some things to talk about, which kind of related to the marketing environment that we're in today. But I thought it would be great if I could ask you guys to, each table, come up with a question to ask me. Anything you want to know about, anything about marketing, online marketing, so that we can just get a little bit of interaction. So I could go down my list, but I'd rather hear from you guys if you have questions about what you think you should do or what would help. I've been doing this for a long time, and I work with a lot of manufacturers and windows and garage doors and kitchens, and so I understand a lot about different aspects of marketing from different angles. So maybe I can help you with some of the general thought process. You guys up for that? Maybe one question per table? Let's start over here. Guys, anybody have any questions?
How much does an online ad cost?
Okay, here's a good question. How much does an online ad cost? Okay, so I'll tell you what the average is for what we do. When you talk about an online ad, If you type in garage doors in New Jersey, you're going to come up with a gray box area or a yellow box area. That's the paid advertising section. Okay, the top 3 ads on there are the ones that people pay for. And typically the cost for this industry is about $2.50 a click.
Correct.
Okay, it's expensive, but it's not that expensive. I'll tell you why. If you're a lawyer in New York, you're paying $100 a click for someone who clicks on, legal services. Great question. Did that answer your question?
That's for a paid advertisement?
That's for paid advertising. Right.
Your website so that you can,
It's a great question. So, search engine optimization is the listings below that. So the first couple listings are paid, and then below that is search engine optimization. And that's what we do for Bob, and that's what we do for all of our clients. We also do paid strategies, but to do that, you have to engage someone who's going to now help your website format perfectly for the searches. So if you type in garage doors New Jersey, will come up first, Bob. But the reality is that there's a lot of other terms that people search for, and they do town specific, they'll do product specific. So you want to go after a group of terms that relate to your business or the specialties that you do. Great question. Next table. Yeah.
I'm on Facebook with my business, not personally.
Yeah.
I hate everybody.
Well,
That's not a good thing.
No, but I'm on Facebook with
Yes.
my business. And the truth is, my son set it up,
Mhm.
and we put pictures and
Sure.
and there are people who like us on Facebook. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the hell to do with it. I'm being honest.
Okay, so
I don't.
So let's get some examples of what I would do if I were in your shoes. If I owned a garage door company, I would have the ugliest garage door contest, right? And I would send that out to all of my friends. And then I would have the ugliest garage door contest along with if the winner will get a free door or a free set. Well, we're going to do it over a period of
I
time.
understand.
That's an example, but for true engagement with Facebook, you probably would want to run some ads and get people to start to
Advertise on
get.
Facebook.
Yeah, because right now that's what's going to happen is that, just like Google, Facebook is catching up really quick with the amount of people that are spending and putting ads in there. Right now it's a kind of a land rush. It doesn't cost a lot. The cost per click is very cheap. But what it does is now it brings all these people that would be never found you before, and you might want to run a contest or a special. That's what I would do.
And you can select the demographic.
Well, that's true. And I wasn't going to get into the details, but you can actually get down to
Nationwide,
yeah. But you could pick a demographic down to income level and right to town, to specific interests. But I think for all intents and purposes, I think just really just being yourself. What we do for a lot of our clients is we do the content. So we'll deliver content every day to their Facebook page because you're trying to create engagement. That's what sells. People, think about social media right now is advanced customer service. It's telling your customer, hey, we actually care about our community.
See, I know Facebook is interactive.
Yeah.
I'm not as interactive with Facebook.
Well, you don't have to do. You can hire somebody like us to do it too. That's the one thing. So you don't
Open
have
your
to-
wallet, Frank, open your
Yeah.
wallet.
Virtual people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mary. And you and I have had this discussion before. But I think the reality is that all of the clients that we support, and if you go up and down Route 80 and Route 46, you probably see a lot of the brand names that we support. We do their posts every day. So what we do is we really repurpose content. So we take content related to your industry, put it into your Facebook page, and then have people interact with it. So for a lot of people, that's really what's needed right now is just to start the ball rolling. Because the challenge is, just like you said, who has time for any of this, right?
If you're going to do it, you need 10 minimum hours a week put into your social
Well, the question is what happens when your competitors do it? What happens when there starts to become a bleed of the rest of the resources that are out there grabbing someone's attention? Does the video catch? Because when someone's searching in Google and they come up with text, and the video that says, here's how to do something, chances are, not saying this because I do a lot of videos, people say they click on my video and they say, oh, I saw your video. They don't say, I saw your ad, I saw your name, they say, I saw your video and I watched it and I called you. So I think you have to give some value in it too.
I think I'm having a hard time switching from old school, where word of mouth and somewhat of advertising to
But think of word of mouth. We got 40 people here, right? Think of word of mouth scaling to thousands and thousands. That's what the whole social media piece is. It's a scalable word of mouth. As long as you're providing some value, you're able to get it back. Good question.
What is, there's always a plus and a minus. And I know a guy's got a business someplace, his employees supposedly did a bad thing, and somebody wrote about it, and now we can't get that off of his review.
Right, it really did. Was it a real bad thing that they did? Was it a truth or was it false?
No.
Okay, well, here's the good and the bad.
Yes to me.
I think the good thing about that is that it makes you work harder. I don't mind getting, if someone has a problem with my business, if we did something inappropriate or whatever, never happened, but if they did, when I do have a customer who has this problem, I said, this is the best thing you should probably hope for. Because they're actually telling you what to do right. You know how many people don't tell you what you should be doing right? Because they're afraid to step up and say, hey, you installed this backwards. Right?
Hey, Bill, we've never
Well,
done that.
but the concept of when I have people who have a problem, when I have people who have had problems with their reputation, and this is what this reputation management is about, I say, you know what you need to do? You need to step up and go back to that customer and turn that around. Right? That's the first thing you do. Address it. Address it. But good, look for the feedback like that. It's not a negative thing. It's actually a positive thing. People are actually telling you what to do right. And so yes, you might want to bury it with 10 positive comments because you might want to send out an email saying, hey, guys, we're really good, right? So put a nice comment for us. But I think really addressing it's more important. And addressing it to help your business.
Matt,
Yeah.
I want to just say, years ago, before social media, all they would do if they weren't happy with you is not recommend you to every single person they knew. Now they actually have the forum to do exactly what Matt just said.